After 24 years in the United Kingdom, a brother is facing deportation as we speak. This brother has 6 children from 3 different women. That is the brother you are seeing on your screen. This brother arrived in the United Kingdom in 2001 on a 10 days visiting visa. The brother initially claimed asylum, which was rejected outrightly. The brother was eventually granted leave to remain in the United Kingdom. Good afternoon. If you want to stay informed about the lived experiences of immigrants in the diaspora, this is the place you hear the latest updates. Information, they say, is power. I am your brother and host, Frank. This brother, his real name is Evans. He is 46 years old. He has 6 children. The youngest child is only 2 months. 6 children from 3 different women. The brother, when he arrived in the United Kingdom and he was later granted his indefinite leave to remain, the brother then realized that the street of England is not littered with gold as he thought before he arrived in the UK. This brother was doing some job to survive. He later realized that it is hard to work in England and make money, especially when you have unrealistic dream about life in England before you arrive. This brother started asking people, say, brethren, I need to make money fast. I don't want to work for money. How can I get money without working for? And someone said, you know what, bro? I can put you on the fast lane where you will get a lot of money and you will have all the attentions. As you can see from our brother here, this was the brother when he was living the good time. This brother, as we are speaking now, he is currently doing a program at the university in England, studying English literature. This brother realized that the path that he was following before, he was now making a lot of money, that he thought, wow, I am living the dream in England. Lot of money, lot of nice cars. This brother eventually, his luck ran out and his past caught up with him. After he was granted indefinite leave to remain, this brother was then sent to jail for the possession and supply of cocaine, heroin, and being in possession of weapon. The brother went to jail in 2020. And beside this brother that we are talking about today, Evans has 13 conviction for 22 offenses. So he's well known to the police. This brother, when he served his 26 months in prison, anyone who has indefinite leave to remain, the moment you serve more than 2 years in prison, your indefinite leave to remain will be revoked and you will be sent back to your home country. By the time our brother Evans came back from prison, he said in prison he saw the light. And this brother, he said he embraced poetry. He is a poet and is well known among the poet and literature community in Bristol, where he currently lives. This brother came out of prison and he was served deportation order in 2020. That is when the UK government said, you know what, bro? You need to learn, you need to return back to your own country because this country, it doesn't need people like you. This brother has been battling deportation order since 2020. The brother's first argument was that he now has 6 children in the UK and the youngest child is only a few months away. The brother then told the British government, let me know whether you have any sympathy for our brother Evans. Evans then told the UK government that, look, you want to send me to my home country when I have 6 children in the UK. Article 8, the right to family life, says that you cannot separate me from my children because you will be breaching their human right. The judge looked at our brother's evidence and said, you know what? You cannot stay in this country when you've committed crime and use Article 8 as an excuse for you to not be deported. I do not buy your argument. Meanwhile, this brother, he has turned his life around. As you can see in front of you here, this is the brother's website. He is a known poet who is well respected. He has done a lot of work with the universities and other London borough, where he is now talking about the role that poetry can give and how you can use poetry to turn your life around. This brother that we are talking about today, he claims that he has changed his life around. Let me know whether you have any sympathy for our brother Evans. Evans, then the judge said, no, I reject the excuse that you're bringing, that we shouldn't send you back to your home country because you have children in the UK who are British, and that will be in breach of your human right. The judge dismissed our brother's argument. Our brother then come up with another argument saying that before he left his home country, he was involved in gang, that if the judge sends him back to his home country, he will be exposed to risk there, and therefore his life will be at risk. The judge then told our brother again, say, you know what, bro? I am not taking that excuse. You must return back to your home country because I do not believe that you will be at risk. Meanwhile, our brother has now been in the UK for 24 years and he is settled in the UK with his children. The judge again dismissed our brother's excuse and said, Evans, you cannot stay in this country and use that you will be killed when you return back to your home country as an excuse for you to remain in this country. Our brother then came up with another excuse, 3 excuses this time. The last one he came up with is that if you send me to my home country, I will not be able to work as a poet in my home country because the poet community in the UK, I have established myself. By returning back to my home country, I will not be able to get a job. The judge then looked at our brother's argument again and said, you know what? You have given me 3 excuses. Judge Hansen, who looked into this case, said the appellant is not known by personal or objective evidence that his risk remains high and continues so many years after leaving his home country. He says that the claim for human rights would be breached if deported because he has children in the UK. However, the upper tribunal immigration judge ruled that this is not unduly harsh. Rejecting our brother's plea to remain in the UK, the judge added, the appellant criminality. I want you to listen to this because a lot of people from our community can understand this. A lot is being said about Article 8, the right to family life. Listen to what this judge said. He says, the appellant's criminality is set out above which includes Class A drug. There is a strong deterrent element in showing those who have no right to remain in the UK as they are not British citizens, that if you involved yourself in illegal activities involving drug, they may face deportation in addition to sentencing for the crime. The judge concluded that having sat back and considered the competing factor, I am satisfied there is nothing on the fact of this appeal sufficient to make the Secretary of State decision unlawful when considering human rights. In light of the evidence available, the matter relied on by the appellant are not sufficient to outweigh the strong public interest in deportation. The key word that I want you to look at there is public interest in deportation. The judge is saying that the British public expects those who have committed crime in the UK who are not British citizens to be sent back to their home country. Do you agree with the judge's position, given that this brother has 6 children in the United Kingdom? If he is sent back to his own country, he will not see his children again until the children, maybe they grow up and visit him. Some people have said that a lot of foreign criminals are using the Human Rights Act as a basis to remain in the country, and it should not apply to them. What is your view in the case of our brother Evans? Evans is arguing that he has turned his life around in the UK. He is currently studying English literature in the United Kingdom. He is a well-known poet who claims that he has done a lot of good job. He said he has made a lot of mistakes. He's got 13 convictions and 22 offenses. But what he is saying is that he is now a changed person who deserves a second chance. Do you have any sympathy for him, or do you think that this is justice done by the judge by making sure that this guy cannot use human rights law to remain in the country when he has committed crime? If you know anyone that will benefit from this video, or you've seen any value in this content, you can support the Lunch Club by giving it a like, share with anyone, leave your comment, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. Do you think that Evans should be sent back to his own country? This brother that we are talking about today, he is from Jamaica, the beautiful Jamaica, and in a few days' time, he will be on the plane returning back to the island. After 24 years in the UK, he's returning back with nothing. The only achievement is his 6 children who may not see their father again.